For instance, one of the mistakes I made was picking a number 2 when I was going to become president.
This is Aluminium Smelting Company of Nigeria, which was set up with 3.2 billion US dollars, but was sold for just 130 million. Similarly, this is Delta Steel, which was set up in 2005 at a cost of 1.5 billion US dollars, but was sold for 30 million US dollars. And also, this is Eleme Petrochemical, which was built at a cost of 2.4 billion US dollars, but was sold to Indorama Corporation at just 215 million US dollars. All these and many more were sold for just a peanut fee between 1999 to 2007 under the supervision of this man, Atiku Abubakar. Welcome to Today's Africa, and in this video we will talk about this in detail. Please do make sure you subscribe to our channel and stay with us till the end of the video to understand this fraud in details.
During the first tenure of Olusegun Obasanjo, he created a kind of a council called National Council on Privatization. So Obasanjo entrusted Atiku with that position to oversee the privatization of national assets, to make them more functional, because most of these assets were built by the military government. What happened? In that council that Atiku presided over, we have what they call ASCOM. ASCOM, located in Akwa Ibom, I think Ikot-Basi, was in Africa, in aluminium smelting. It cost federal government $3.5 billion to set up that ASCOM. But what did Atiku do with it? He sold it for $130 million.
Yes, you know who they are. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo and his vice, Atiku Abubakar. Between 1999 to 2007, Olusegun Obasanjo and Atiku Abubakar were the president and the vice president of Nigeria, respectively. Between these years, the two men were members of the same political party, the People's Democratic Party (PDP). However, their relationship went sour over time, and the two men ultimately fell out with each other.
With what I know about Atiku, which you can read in my book.
Okay, read the book. Are you a member of his family?
With what I know about Atiku, if I have put Atiku forward, God will not have forgiven me.
Okay. Listen.
In 2007, Atiku Abubakar ran against Obasanjo's PDP in the presidential election, but failed woefully. After losing the elections, Atiku Abubakar left the PDP, and since then, their relationship can be likened to that of a cat and dog. But there was a time when they were good friends and worked together as president and vice president to a supposed better Nigeria. During their tenure between 1999 to 2007, privatization of government properties became the cash cow for them. And just in case you don't know what this privatization means, this is an act of auctioning government-owned businesses and companies to individuals and companies to the highest bidder. And the man who brought these plans to Obasanjo is Atiku Abubakar. And with Olusegun Obasanjo not being too concerned about the economy during his tenure, Atiku as the vice president took over. As the head of the National Council on Privatization from 1999, it would be fair to say that Atiku Abubakar dug Nigeria's economic grave for today's extreme poverty and unemployment. Atiku Abubakar oversaw the sale of over 145 assets and companies belonging to the federal government. But here is a few that you may still remember or know. They include the Nigerian Air Force College of Nursing, NAFCON, which was sold in 2005 to James Ibori, the notorious former governor of Delta State, even though he denies it. Eleme Petrochemical, which was built at the cost of 2.4 billion US dollars, was sold to Indorama Corporation at the cost of just 215 million US dollars. Daily Times newspaper, sold in 2004, Ugeli Power, Egbin Power, Nikon Insurance, Alscon, the almighty Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Nikon Luxury Hotel, Sunti Sugar Limited, Netcom House, MM2 Airport, Ikeja, and many more. To understand how fraudulent these transactions were, the Aluminium Smelting Company of Nigeria, Alscon, which was set up for $3.2 billion, was sold to a Russian firm, Rusal, for a paltry of $130 million. Similarly, Delta Steel, which was set up in 2005 at a cost of $1.5 billion, was sold to Global Infrastructure for just $30 million. Also, Eleme Petrochemical, which was built at the cost of $2.4 billion, was sold to Indorama Corporation at just $215 million. And not to mention about some of these companies and assets which he withheld or sold to himself, which the money is probably lying somewhere in UK or maybe in his thousands of houses in Dubai. So, in Articulated Business Theory 101, sell to yourself government assets and leave millions in poverty to set up and acquire personal businesses that provide for a few and become a messiah of poverty. And just in case you are fuming already, Atiku didn't employ the few hundreds he employed because he likes them or because he wants to provide employment. He just needs them to work and preserve what he took from the government. So, enough of debate of him employing thousands of people. A man who brought the idea and supervised the sale of over 145 federal investments as a vice president without a thought for today wants to be your president. He did not resuscitate them after buying them. He sold them to whoever agrees to his personal terms. All this happened in the 8 disastrous locust years of Obasanjo and Atiku. Recession didn't just happen, they plundered us into recession, and he has recently proposed to do the same if he becomes the president in 2023. No wonder he has been running to become a president.
For instance, one of the mistakes I made was picking a number 2 when I was going to become president. But because it is a genuine mistake, God saved me out of it.
Hands.
He asked a good question.
He did. We'll be here all night. Yeah.
You know, he asked a good question, but he spoiled it at the end. I said, why not Atiku? What issue do you have with him?
That was Zainab Osman, yeah, okay.
Zainab,
yeah.
I have no personal issue with Atiku, but if I then, with what I know about Atiku, which you can read in my book.
Okay, read the book. Are you a member of his family?
With what I know about Atiku, if I have put Atiku forward, God will not have forgiven me.
Okay. Okay. Listen.